So Japan's government is talking about something huge. They're calling it an industrial revolution of the sky, and it's all about drones. But, with a revolution like that comes a whole lot of risk. Today, we're going to break down the official government manual that basically lays out the new rules of the road, or, well, the sky, for every single drone pilot in the country.
Right out of the gate, the manual kicks off with this incredibly powerful statement. It calls drones nothing less than an industrial revolution of the sky. I mean, think about that for a second. And they're definitely not just talking about the little quadcopters you fly for fun. This is about a technology that's on the brink of completely reshaping industry, the economy, and, our entire society. And look, this isn't some sci-fi, far-off future stuff. Drones are already out there, right now, working hard in photography, agriculture, and surveying. But the vision is so much bigger. We're talking about expanding them into things like urban logistics, package delivery, disaster response, and even security services. They're looking at these things to tackle some major societal challenges head-on. Okay, so after painting this amazing picture of what's possible, the document just slams on the brakes and pivots to this absolutely crucial question. Because let's be real, when you're talking about flying objects whizzing overhead in populated areas, all that promise of convenience comes with some serious risk. And this is where the stakes get crystal clear. On one side, you've got this incredible promise of transforming society. But on the other, you've got the reality of what can go wrong. We're talking real-world incidents, crashes that involve people, near misses with commercial airplanes, and yeah, even shutting down entire international airports because of one drone. This isn't just a theoretical what-if. This stuff has actually happened, and it's a major threat to public safety. So that's the big question, right? How do you unlock all that amazing potential while managing the very real danger? Well, this is where the Japanese government decided to step in. The manual explains that to move forward, they needed a proper national system, a framework designed from the ground up to manage these risks so this whole industrial revolution of the sky could actually take off safely. So, what's the big solution? At the heart of it all is this: the Unmanned Aircraft Pilot Skills Certification System. Now, this isn't just a friendly suggestion. No way! This is a full-blown national system where the government officially puts its stamp on a pilot, verifying that they have the knowledge and the ability to fly safely. It's the real deal. And the path to getting that official certification? It's built on three main pillars. First up, you've got a written exam to make sure you know your stuff. Then, there's a practical, hands-on flight exam to prove you've got the skills. And finally, a physical exam to make sure you're actually physically fit to operate the aircraft safely. I mean, they're really covering all their bases here to verify competence.
Now, here's a really smart part of the system. They've built in a kind of streamlined path for pilots. So instead of going straight for the big national practical exam, you can enroll in a course at a government-registered training school. If you pass that school's final exam, boom, you get to skip the national practical test. It's a great way to encourage high-quality, structured training. Okay, so this brings us right back to the manual we're digging into today. You might be wondering, where does it fit into this whole new system? Well, let me tell you, it's not just another book on a shelf. It is the foundational document for this entire certification framework. It's the Bible, basically. And the manual is super clear about its job. It says its purpose is to outline the minimum, and that's a key word, the minimum knowledge you need for any safe drone flight. But even more importantly, this manual is the official source material for that national written exam. So if you want to pass the test, you have to know what's in this guide. Period.
And who's this for? Pretty much everybody. It's obviously for new pilots studying for their certification, but it's also a go-to reference for all pilots who are already flying. And on top of that, it's the primary guide for those registered training schools when they're building their courses. It truly is the single source of truth for the entire drone ecosystem in Japan.
And the introduction wraps up on this really powerful note. The goal here isn't to shut down innovation or to restrict it, it's to guide it. By creating this guidepost, as they call it, the government is hoping to make sure that the industrial revolution of the sky can happen safely and responsibly. But it leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? Will this framework actually be enough to balance the incredible promise of drones with their very undeniable peril?